My name is Sami Laine. I'm head of HR in Lindström, Finland. My responsibility area is to lead and development HR. Yes, Lindström is a global textile service company. We have over 170 years experience for this business. At the moment we operate over 20 different countries in Europe and Asia. For example, healthcare, transport and logistics, and retail. But of course our textile rental services are suitable for all industries. Sustainability is very important to Lindström, and I would say that sustainability is in our DNA. We recently set a target to reach 100% recycling of our products within 5 years. Yes, we started about 2 years ago. Here in Finland we have about over 20 different nationalities in our employees, and I think at the moment our employees speaks about 15 to 20 different languages. We have provided Finnish language training especially for employees who has an immigrant background or who doesn't speak Finnish. One reason for this Finnish language training courses is that we want to help our employees to integrate better in the Finnish society. And I think the language skills is very important part of this. The main focus is to help employees to do their work. For example, then if they need another language than their mother tongue. And I think our basic principle is that in training is always based on need. Accolade is a well-known language training professional, and Accolade has a very good service level, and of course the level of teaching is excellent. I think that's the main reason why we choose Accolade.
My name is Katja Kukkonen-Kovala, and I work as a HR coordinator in Lindström. One of my main responsibilities is organizing different kind of trainings to our employees here in Finland. We are providing these Finnish language courses basically to all our employees who are not Finnish speakers. So it doesn't really matter if you work in the production site or as an expert, for example, here in the head office. So everyone who is willing to learn Finnish, they are welcome to do so. We rent the courses mainly online because many of our employees are working all over Finland, so it's much easier to attend to those courses online. We are offering group lessons because we think that it's really good to have peer support in this kind of situation. So it's great that the employees who are at the same course can actually talk about it and what's hard and what's easy and so on. So that's why. The sessions are organized mainly outside working hours because it's easier that way. We have lots of people working in different kind of positions and in different shifts, so it's just easier. We've got really good feedback both from supervisors and also of course the employees who have been learning and studying Finnish. Of course they might need it at work, but also the integration to Finnish culture is a bit easier when you learn and know the language a bit. Of course, the key takeaway is that to see how happy the people are who has been studying the language.
I'm Nicola Solessi. I'm originally from Milan, Italy, where I was born and raised, and I came to Finland 8 years ago following my hockey dream. And at the same time I finished my high school, and I started working in Lindström about a year ago, where I've been working as a credit control specialist. I wanted to have a training to properly be able to speak Finnish, because so far my Finnish has been learned mostly by listening. So at the moment it's mostly spoken knowledge of the language, short language mostly. So to be able to learn it properly and for it to be used in a working environment, then I figured that with the opportunity to do it in Lindström, then I would take the chance. Currently, I do not need the Finnish language for my role at Lindström. So it's although I do have Finnish co-workers who I try to speak Finnish with, so that I'm able to apply also what I've learned in class into the working environment. And it's good habit also to try to speak Finnish at work. It has helped definitely in my civil life. Friends and even my mom, who speaks fluent Finnish, they've said that they've noticed quite an improvement, and I feel more comfortable also speaking Finnish in public. So that's definitely a plus.
My name is Penny McQueen, and I've been living in Finland for 4.5 years now, and I'm from Australia originally, along with my family that I live here with. In Lindström, I work mainly for IT, in the IT department, and I work on all sorts of different projects and focusing on communications throughout the company. I wanted to have Finnish language training because it's really important to me living here that I can speak Finnish to some level, and always that I'm aiming to improve, even if my level is not perfect or I can't speak to how I would like to ideally. The main goal for me is that I'm always improving and showing my willingness to learn the language of the country I live in. In Lindström, we have a weekly language session, and there's a group of us together, and we meet remotely at the moment. So we have a lot of fun conversation among us and learn all sorts of different topics. It absolutely helps me in my life, both at work and outside of work. Even knowing how to pronounce names to begin with at the beginning of learning Finnish. But of course, the further you go, the more benefits that come, and it can be in daily life, but in work life too. It really helps with developing relationships with colleagues and being able to participate in different kinds of meetings and conversations that happen back and forth in Finnish. It's a really big help to me. It's a really nice feeling to have language training from Lindström, because I like that they also want to support what's important to me, which is improving my language use in Finland. So that aspect has been really nice for me. It's been really fun, especially at work here, getting to know my colleagues who are also learning at the same time, and we have a really fun time in our Finnish courses.
When I got to know that the employer was offering this training for employees, then I immediately felt interested in it, because of course we have as employees we have some objectives, set goals during the year, and one of mine was to learn and improve my Finnish skills. So when the company offered the opportunity to do this, I immediately said yes. And it's been quite a pleasant experience, actually.
My advice to other companies would just be simply just do it, just start it, because it's really satisfying to see that people are actually getting something out of it, and how much they appreciate the studies. And it's really easy to organize, for example, online.
Working with Accolade has been very smooth, easygoing, and we have been rely on the good quality of teaching.
The feedback is definitely positive. The atmosphere in the training is it's a positive one. We have fun, as I mentioned, and we learn at the same time, and also with the set objectives and with the limited time that we have, I feel like we're learning quite a bit.
One thing I noticed is when I started in my Finnish course here, I didn't know the other students so well, and I didn't know the teacher, and that felt normal. But as time has gone on, I've gotten to know the people that I'm in the training with, and I've had the same teacher the whole time. And as that continuity continues, I get really a feeling of comfort, and I'm more able to ask questions and participate without feeling so embarrassed or self-conscious. So that continuity has really helped.